much for joining us here today. And I'm absolutely delighted to announce our two newest recipients of the Bram Stoker Medal for contributions to entertainment. Ladies and gentlemen, they need no introduction, Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum.
How are y'all? Trinity, Colorado.
Now guys, I'm going to give you your medal and I promise this time I won't take it back off you.
Yes,
so,
take
round of
this thing
applause for
back.
Jonah
Thank
Hill,
you.
guys. And for Channing Tatum. So, thank you.
And for her.
Well, thank you all for being with us today, and thank you to Jonah and Channing for taking time out of their busy schedule to speak to the film. So, I'm going to start the ball rolling because I'm sure you guys have plenty of questions for them. But what I would like to know is, you guys depict quite a famous bromance in 21 Jump Street between Jenko and Schmidt, but you guys also seem to have a bit of a real-life bromance going on. So, my first question is, Jonah, what's your favourite thing about Channing? And Channing, what's your favourite thing about Jonah? So, I'll let you start, Jonah.
That's it, that was it. That was
My favorite thing about Chan is that he is a great friend.
Good answer, good answer. And Channing?
I don't know if I can follow that. No, like Jonah's by far one of the most honest people I've ever met. So, good or bad, he'll tell you exactly what what he feels, and sometimes that's a great thing. Sometimes you're like, I wish you would have told me that. So yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna throw it straight out to the audience. So if you guys just raise your hands, I'll pick on you just like that. So we're gonna start with this lovely lady in front of the Titan. Well,
Channing and Jonah, will you take a picture of me with, but I know the answer is yes.
Of course. Wait, let's do it after. Let's do it after.
Okay. Okay, you have an actual question too, fantastic.
Can I talk to you? Oh yeah. Can you two have a dance off here now?
Can we have a dance off right now? No.
Can you guys all have a dance off against each other right now? You stand up out of your chairs and do it?
I'll get up and dance if every single person in here gets up and dance real quick.
Okay, guys, let's keep rolling with the question. Okay, so Cian, this lady here, please.
What's your pet hates about each other?
What?
This is becoming quite a deep critical analysis of your relationship. What are your pet hates about
Pet
each
hates?
other?
Oh man.
We call it pet peeves in America.
Pet peeves.
This pet hate sounds so dark.
Vicious.
Vicious. Let's keep it positive, guys. Let's keep these questions coming positive.
I don't hate anything about John.
No, they're best friends, guys. They don't hate anything. Okay, so next we're going to go to this lady right at the front here.
Someone asked me a question.
What is your favorite movie that you're not in?
Okay, here we go.
I don't think I've ever seen a movie that I'm not in. No, my favorite is Goodfellas. That's my favorite film of all time.
Yeah.
It's hard to say, but Goonies or Cool Handed.
Okay, so Matthew here. Hannah, please.
Hi, my question is for Jonah Hill. I was reading just about your past, and when you were in college you used to write plays and perform them. So it's right, and I know as well that you co-wrote 21 Jump Street, and I think it was the same for 22 Jump Street. So where do you see like the future of your writing career going, and what is your main inspiration for writing as well?
Thank you for a thoughtful question. That wasn't a dance-off, or what do you hate about Chan? Yeah, writing to me is all this stuff, whether it's acting or writing or anything's all about collaboration and who you're collaborating with. So with acting, I've been lucky with all my co-stars, especially Chan, to get to create something special with someone else. And with writing, it's the same thing. Writing is the most lonely thing ever if you're sitting in a room doing it alone. But if you're with people, you're kind of in the bunker together. And to me, it's just about getting to be with different creative minds sitting and creating new things. And so any chance I get to do something like that, I appreciate it.
Okay, so the girl in the front, please.
What's the weirdest thing a fan's ever asked you?
Excluding today, maybe.
Talk to their grandma on the phone.
Make love to their grandma.
That's not weird.
Yeah, I get that one quite a bit.
Could you speak to the grandma?
Yeah, of course. She had no idea who I was. Zero. And I was like, okay, what did that accomplish? But thanks.
Okay, Dylan there, Hannah? I just want to pass the mic in. I have a question for you guys as well. So, Joni, you've been nominated for an Oscar twice.
Yeah.
And congratulations. Yeah, twice nominated for an Oscar. And Channing, I heard there's a lot of hype around your new film, Foxcatcher, and you got a standing ovation in Cannes, so congratulations about that. But how do you guys find the transition to doing from comedy roles into kind of more serious acting? And like, what are the challenges in that transition for you guys?
Jonah and I talk about it a lot. They're all kind of, it's just acting. I was terrified of doing comedy because I've never really done it before. And he was like, look, it's just believe what you're saying, and it's the same. It's the same exact thing. And for me, comedy is just as hard as drama, and it's just different characters and different scenarios.
Yeah, I just think that, I always wanted the kind of career where you could go be in a drama and go be in a comedy and people accept both. So I feel lucky that that's been what my life has become right now. And again, they're just so different, but we all have different sides of ourselves. You're not funny all the time, you're not serious all the time, you're all different kinds of things. And so it's important to me to get to show that through my work,
Okay, fantastic. We'll roll on with Dylan's question just up there.
Sure. Thanks, Sarah, for partly taking my question. But I was wondering if you both do such...
Passive-aggressive?
Yeah. You both do such varied acting roles and you've been in so much. Do you have any sort of preparations that you do before a film, or does it kind of vary from set to set depending on if you're in, say, Wall Street or Step Up or one of those?
How did you prep for Wolf of Wall Street?
Well, my prep for Step Up was very different than my prep for Wall Street. It does totally depend on the role and the situation. Like for Jump Street, all the prep for me was in the writing. That was what we spent all of our time doing, was making sure we had a great script going into making the movie. And for Wolf of Wall Street, it's all just character work, because especially I like playing real people. I've played 3 or 4 real people before, and sometimes you get to spend time around people who knew them, or them themselves, or the atmosphere, like we worked in Wall Street places, and a drama, I think, causes for more work of trying to immerse yourself in the world that you're going to be putting up on screen, especially if it really happened. And I know Chan, with, he could tell you about this movie Foxcatcher that she mentioned briefly, but it's going to be an incredible movie, and he had to play a wrestler, so you should talk about that, because that's really, I think, really interesting.
Yeah, wrestling is, even though I've done some sort of martial art my entire life, every single version of that is different. And wrestling, it's a weird subculture of it all, and very, very hard. So you just do that every single day, and it's kind of the DNA of, you just try to figure out who is this person every single day, and then try to go live. I wouldn't call myself a method actor or anything like that, but everything is sort of a bit of an exploration and what links you into that thing. How do you wake up every day and then believe that you're this person? And each character is a different thing. Sometimes it's a bit of music for me, sometimes it's, I don't know, something that I put on every morning, you know, and then just going and doing that. For Foxcatcher, we wrestled in the morning, at lunch, and after a 15-hour day of filming, we went and wrestled. So, and it was a grueling experience, and never want to do it again. Wrestle, that is. I want to keep that. I hope.
Okay, guys, we're going to go to Lise, and then if we could just get a mic to Anna for the next question, please.
Okay. Hi. I'm here.
Sorry. Pointing, and I was like, misdirect. There we go.
Hi. Besides obviously working with each other, who either that you have worked with that you've loved working with, or in the future, who would you love to work with in Hollywood? Who would you love the opportunity?
Oh man, there's so many good actors. I mean, I learn something almost from every person that I work with. From really old senior sort of people that's been doing it forever to new actors that have never acted before. I can kind of steal from everybody in a way. But I don't know, I can't think of anything else. I just want to work with great filmmakers, I think. More so than there's about, you know, 5 filmmakers that I would cut off my arms to work with, truly.
Jonah?
Yeah, I think it, for us, we bond over the fact that it's really about the director. You know, like, I think when we have pipe dreams about what we want out of our careers, it's usually about which filmmaker we want to work with. And but I really, actually, as an act, I really want to work with Jessica Chastain. I'm a really big fan of hers, and I think it would be really interesting to work with her.
You just picked the most beautiful, talented one.
Yeah.
I'd really like to work with her.
Yeah, she seems great. She does. We're friends, but she's just like
being beautiful.
She's just other than being beautiful, she's an unreal actress. I would love to do something with her.
Thank you.
Okay, and now unfortunately, guys, we only have time for one more question. So I know they're going off to the Late Late Show, so tune in later. This is the most famous show in Ireland. All the mummies will know your face by the end of today. So on that note, I'm going to pass you over to Anna for the final question.
Do you know everyone's name here?
No, they're all just massive fans.
Oh.
Yeah, I've been hearing from
of yours?
all weekend.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay, so
She's freaking out.
she's freaking out.
Yeah,
I got the mic up here, girl. Okay, I'm gonna run with this one. Thank you.
Sorry, hon.
I'm gonna give her one more question after. But she's like freaking out.
Okay, she made the effort. Fair play.
This is a quick question for Channing. I read that you had worked loads of different careers before you finally came to acting. So, what kind of compelled you to kind of stick with acting, and how do you kind of bring in those previous experiences into what your work is now?
Yep, I'm gonna have to explain that to my daughter one day. That's gonna be fun. No, look, I actually think that was one of my blessings. You know, I didn't get to go to acting school or anything like that, but the world was my teacher. You know, I got to experience a lot of different people that came from different worlds and walks of life, and so I can say that I actually have real experiences to pull from. And some of them have been good, some of them have been bad. Either way, though, I think for movies, you know, sometimes you'll go and you'll immerse yourself in some world that you know, maybe that you don't know, and you'll have you know, a few months to try to like really sink into that DNA of that skin of that person you're about to play. And you know, I've been lucky to play things that I had some sort of experience with along the way, and it's you know, it's a really great advantage. So I really like the crazy things that I've actually got to go and do and pull from. I also I worked at a puppy kitty nursery, so I have no idea how that's going to actually work into my career. But that'll be a fun movie at some point. Probably boring, but cute.
So do you want to go, Jonah, to that girl that you called on?
Well, she was just freaking out.
She was just freaking out. Are you okay?
Yeah, I just have a
Okay.
question for Jonah. Out of Michael Cera, Seth Rogen, and James Franco, who'd you shoot, who'd you shag, and who'd you marry?
This is an amazing question to end on, by the way. I'd really like to.
So glad I took the time to to give you a question for that question.
And why?
It's a nasty idea. I love it.
That was great. Okay, so I would marry Michael Cera.
Why?
Just because I feel like we'd have a really solid marriage, like for the long term. We communicate well.
Thank you for not putting me in this.
I wouldn't gonna kill any of those guys. I like
You'll just shoot them. You don't have to kill them.
I would shoot Franco in like the baby toe next to and I'd shag Seth probably. Just because it wouldn't be awkward after, like we'd be able to get through it.
Okay, so on that note, guys, thanks for that question. We're going to have to say goodbye to the guys, but I would like to thank them for coming, and I'm delighted to announce them as the newest recipients of the Bram Stoker Medal for contributions to entertainment. Round of applause, guys, and if you could stay seated.
Thank you.
I can take them. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great trip.
Running straight out, okay?
Wonderful to meet you.
Please stay seated. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much.